So hello, I'm Reza Tanjaya Sanori. I'm gonna report what I read before, sir, about topic that you give. Okay, so the first one is I'm gonna talk is different scopes of the source and pragmatic in linguistic studies. So the first one is I'm gonna talk is source analysis. So I think the source analysis is concerned with the study of language in use, so particularly in extended text or spoken conversation. So I think it's focused on how language function in context to convey meaning and how the source structure emerge such as conversation structure, coherence and cohesion. So yeah, it it explores topic like resource makers, speech acts, and also genre analysis. Besides that, in pragmatic, in other hand, focus on the study of language meaning and context. So particularly the study of how speakers use language to communicate effectively in various social and situational contexts. So I think pragmatic is focused such as like implication, speech acts, disease, and role of context in interpreting meaning. So I think it's concerned with how speaker convey intention, convey politeness, and resolve ambiguity through their language use. Okay, the next topic that I want to talk is different function of syntax, semantic, and pragmatic analysis. So syntax is basically concerned with the structure of arrangement, word, and phrases in sentence. So I think it's focused on how sentences are formed, the rules of governing word order, and hierarchical structure analysis. So I think analysis syntaxis involves studying sentence constituents such as subject, verb, object, and their relationship within the sentence. So the second one is semantic. I think semantics is deal with meaning of word, phrase, and the sentence. So it explores how words and expression convey meaning, including how word related to the concept, and they represent and how they combine the great sentence meaning. So I think it's a more aspect like truth condition, the compositional nurturing of meaning, and so on. So the last one is pragmatics. So pragmatics, I think, focus on how language users employ context and share knowledge to interpret meaning. So I think it's goes to like speech act and influence communication. So I think this in pragmatics we also analyze of consideration issue about politeness, indirect speech, and the pragmatic effect to our of context on interpretation. Next one is context and context. So context refers to the broader situational and social factor that influence the interpretation of language. So this is include aspects of such as psycho environment, identity, relationship of the speaker, and the shared background knowledge between participants in a conversation. And I think that's all about pragmatic context. And context, it's in other hand refers to linguistic context that surrounding a particular word or phrase. So we can say it the word appear proximity a target word within a sentence or text. So context helps to disambiguate and clarify the meaning of the words by providing cues from nearby words and expression. The last one is speech act theory and its limitations. So speech act theory actually developed by our philosophers like G.L. Austin and also John Searle. So it's explore how utterance not only convey information but also perform action. So it categorizes speech acts into many things. Like this theory has been influential in understanding of pragmatic of language use, and also have limitations. Speech act theory has some limitation like including cultural variation, context dependency, like mm, like context as significant impact the meaning of in utterance. So the third one is overly simplistic. So some critics argue that speech actually oversimplifies the complexities of language use and communication by focusing by primarily on explicit illustration. So I think it's, yeah. And the next one is lack of pres perspective perspectiveness. What you can say. So speech X is theory is more descriptive than perspective. So which means it can explain how speech act works, but may not provide clear guidelines for communication in specific situation. So I think each of these aspects have contributes to our ability to interpret and produce meaningful language in different social and linguistic contexts. So yeah, that's all about my reading report. Thank you.